Hello everyone, I'm Mattek from SportsGrid.com, and I'm here to do another preview of a primetime NFL game, though primetime going to look a little bit different on American Thanksgiving as we have games at noon and at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to start here with our first game of the day, the Houston Texans at the Detroit Lions. If you go to oddschecker.com/US, you can see that the Detroit Lions are 3-point home dogs to the Houston Texans. The Texans are minus 161 on the money line. The Lions are plus 152 on the money line, and the over-under for this game is 51.5. The Lions are dealing with injuries in this game. Kenny Golladay is going to be out. Danny Amendola is going to be out. DeAndre Swift is listed as questionable, though we do think that he will probably play. And, I got to keep it real with you guys. I do not get this line at all. Generally speaking, when I make these picks for OddsChecker, I feel confident, but I very rarely, feel emphatic, because the fact is, betting lines are very sharp. There's a lot of market forces, impacting both sides of the line. So it's very rare to find a line that is bad. But to be honest with you, this line just really does not seem good. The Houston Texans are 6th in the NFL in yards per play. The Lions are 21st in the NFL in yards per play on offense. The Houston Texans are, just the far better offense, right? When we look at QBR with Matthew Stafford compared to Deshaun Watson, it's really not even close. I think that the injuries to Kenny Stills and Randall Cobb might be playing into things just a little bit in this line. We're going to see more Darren Fells in this game. We're going to see more Jordan Akins in this game. Certainly, the Houston Texans running game has been really poor over the last month of the season. Part of that is due to the absence of David Johnson, though they are basically the same player at this point. However, I think you could argue that just turning over the game plan entirely to Deshaun Watson is probably like the smart thing to do at this point. And I think that this is, pretty well represented in weighted DVOA as well. Houston is not a strong team. In fact, they are a pretty poor team. But of course, that weighted DVOA sample is going to include their defense, which is really terrible, and also the Bill O'Brien sample, which again was truly awful. Detroit is actually the better team in weighted DVOA, but a lot of that is going to come from their unadjusted totals and from the fact that their defense really is not as terrible as you would expect. I think what we've seen without Kenny Golladay, though, is that this offense is much worse. And then taking Danny Amendola out of the equation as well, you're turning over the offense to the likes of Quintus Cephas, Marvin Hall. TJ Hawkinson missed practice on Monday and Tuesday with an injured toe. So we are going to be taking the Houston Texans minus 3 points here. Yes, it does feel bad to lay the points on the road with Romeo Crennel, but we are going to put our money in the hands of Deshaun Watson and feel confident about it. So on oddschecker.com, where you can get them at minus 161 on the money line, we can feel pretty solid about that. I also have a slight lean to the over of 51.5 here. These are two pretty bad defenses, and I do think that if the Texans cover, they are going to have to score to cover. I think it's unlikely to be a defensive battle where they prevail. So for Mattek and for OddsChecker, everyone, good luck with your Thanksgiving Day bets.